Rumor, fuck right off. If you haven't got the common decency to stay at the club that launched you at 18 years of age and gave you a fucking shitload of money, you can go rot somewhere in the Premiership, probably play for the Kidderminster Harriers or somewhere. Fuck you, good riddance. I am so happy. Stick it to them.
There we are. What's happening?
Gentlemen.
How about that intro?
Yeah, if nobody watched that game and you went based on that picture, who you think actually won the game?
You think we won the game,
Yeah,
right?
I don't know, because now we're fucking smiling after 3-0 losses. But okay, go ahead, good.
What's up, party people? Good to see you. Whoever's out there watching, good to see you tonight. We got the great Frank from Toronto tonight. Thank you for coming because Giancarlo is with his family, so could not join us. So I said, you know what, Frank, just come over. Let's just rant. How you doing?
How am I doing? After debacle against Sassuolo, where you're up 1-0, and then this. How are you supposed to be doing? How do you look at the positives in this? You could say whatever you want, but it just it's a joke. What are you going to do? It's just a bunch of nonsense. I mean, and then seeing that picture too, it's just, I'm not one of those guys that's going to be like the Curva that they're offended. Listen, he's a kid, and at the end of the day, he's also getting paid. So these guys, they don't care anymore. So I'm not really offended by that. It's just the lackluster performances as of late. That's more of a infuriating factor for me right now.
How you doing, Pepe?
You know what? I'm numb anymore because now I was expecting this. I've been telling you guys what was going to happen. You guys just don't want to fucking hear it. So, and this all started after the Atalanta game. It continued with the Stella Rossa game that we had no business of getting through, but we did get through. All these little hidden messages, little by little, eventually unraveled. What was just, I guess it was a fluke of a first round because this team, we were shocked because we knew what this team was. Yet they played the great first leg of the season. We were in first place 2 months ago. Let that sink in. For 2 months ago, we were in first place. We're in February, we're in first place, and now we're in fifth. And you knew this was going to happen. We've been saying it. Oh, but we got time. Oh, but we could bounce back. Keep waiting to bounce back. The Jews are waiting for Jesus too. They're waiting for the Messiah. They're still waiting They're still going to be waiting.
Still waiting.
So I mean, what does that mean? That it doesn't mean it's due. You got to do something about it, and we haven't done shit. And now today, everybody's on the shit list. Tomori included. Theo Hernandez has even been more on the shit list. So I don't know what the fuck he's been doing. Leao is not there. Mandzukic came. Everything.
Mario tried. Hey, listen, Mandzukic tried. I'm the only one who's defending him. He tried. He's out of shape, but he tried something.
Okay, that was a mistake to give 2 million to a guy that you knew was out of shape because he hasn't been playing in 9 months. Out of the three acquisitions in the January transfer window, you only got one right. That's it. You got Tomori right. Meite was a failure and Mandzukic was a failure.
But, here I go. This is what I said today, and I made it as a reflection in our group. Conte was right. I'm starting to think Conte, much I hate that guy, it doesn't make me happy, he was right. He was whining all season long. I need players. I need depth. And blah, blah, blah. Me. Guess what? He has all of that, and where is Conte today? Despite, I'm not counting the debacle from the Champions League, but where are they today? Sitting freaking comfortable on top of that horse. They know they're going to win it. And we went and we got rid of 4 players that we know that they're not good, but we got rid of them. And we brought in 3 that are, like you said, you got one right. But now we don't have the depth. And that's when I'm starting to realize that we did not plan for what was coming ahead. We were top of the league. We qualified in the Europa League, and we had a leading position. We even went to quarterfinals at Coppa Italia. Where's the squad depth? That's where I want to leave it tonight because that's really where my head is at.
Go ahead, Frank.
You're talking about squad depth. How about we look at the fact that we invested in the summertime €7 million into a 39-year-old who's only played, who can't
Okay.
put a string of games together. And I was the unpopular opinion back in the summer and back in September in the Milan club of Toronto. I said, guys, when you got Mandzukic available at the time and Cavani and Suarez, and we're going to toss 7 million. Like we had the bargaining chip. There's 3 guys available. And we're going to throw 7 million at a guy who's 39 in October, and everyone's like, "You're crazy. You don't know what you're talking about this and that." Yeah, he scored what? He's got 16 goals in 17 games. But here's the thing: you don't play just 17 games. That hurt us in depth, And what do? We re-sign him for the same amount. And now look, I said, guys, to the guys in the Toronto group chat, guys, let's hope that we don't regret this and that by at least December we got Çalhanoğlu and Donnarumma extended. We're coming up to May. Okay, like Justin Timberlake says, it's gonna be May, and those 2 guys still haven't fucking re-signed. At the end of the day, and everyone was telling everyone in my group chat, everyone in my club, Frank, we're gonna start a GoFundMe, taking their jabs. Well, maybe the GoFundMe would have fucking helped, because we're going to lose a 22-year-old goalkeeper that came through our youth ranks, started at 16. We're going to lose him for free. I could give a shit about Çalhanoğlu. He has been touch and go, whatever, and he's not a homegrown player. He's a guy we brought in. Sometimes he works, sometimes he doesn't. A trequartista can be replaceable, especially one that is underperforming. And when you got guys like Draxler available in the summer, but a fucking 22-year-old goalie that came from the fucking youth system. I honestly, where's all everyone? I want to know. I bite my lip every time I see them.
It makes you think. Okay, it's the planning of the team. I mean, I'm looking at the macro situation. I understand we're now cleaning the finances and all this Super League fluke that we don't even know if they were really relying on that. Well, we're gonna get bailed out because if they rolled out the schedule, they kind of knew they were gonna get into something, but clearly we're not going there. But I'm just thinking, this is just bad execution all throughout. I understand we're going the lean way. We're going with the kids, why? Because it's been working for us. It started working for us. But I think they were not ready for the amount of success they had up till December. And that's what we're taking a toll on that right now. And Pepe's been saying it, and he's like, "Yeah, well, don't get your highs up because this is not gonna last. It's not gonna last." And because we don't, again, I'm going back to the Conte example. I'm not defending him, but I'm saying, hey, the guy has a lot of players in that bench. We don't. We clearly don't, and we were not ready to pile up all this amount of games. And now we're starting to see that. Why? Well, it's not only physically, because it's not the problem. It's not only physically, it's mentally. Those guys are crumbling up or something, and then I'll go into Pioli after, but that's where this is where it's going.
You know what gets me annoyed the most?
Tell me.
That people a couple of months ago, when ESPN said the Scudetto race was between Inter and Juve, and everybody was so appalled, but we're in second place. Why aren't they talking about us? They were more appalled about ESPN saying something stupid, which actually was true. I don't know why people get offended for. Yet they get more appalled about that than when they get people that actually criticize the team when they suck. They haven't been playing. There's all return leg. They sucked. No VAR. Let's not cry about the injuries or people have been suspended. They sucked. They haven't played as a team. That was their forte. They were playing as a team. Just because I say the truth doesn't make me less of a milanista than everybody else. People need to realize, smell the coffee, be biased. We can say it amongst ourselves. We suck. I know we don't want to hear it from other people, but amongst ourselves, let's be honest. This team does not call about the VAR today. We would have lost anyway. Who cares about the second goal? We would have lost anyway. It's always an excuse. But Sato didn't give us this. Let's make ourselves feel better.
Boys,
it's always somebody else's fault but the actual team. And Pioli's on my last nerve.
Oh no, I'm done. I mean, I'm starting to be like, this is weak sauce. So bad planning. I mean, what was he playing Pictionary on Monday?
Yeah.
Or was it on Sunday, or where was it? I was looking at the board with the picture on the board.
It doesn't matter anymore.
When
This is lucky that they don't get out of the Conference League now.
when you take an attacking midfielder like they did against Sassuolo and you put out Krunic, that right there, it's like, buddy, stop going with the cookie cutter predictable move that he does every game. Krunic has to come in. You see that De Zerbi's putting out offense, and it's still a 1-0 game in the 62nd minute. So why not put out fresh legs to go at his defense? So instead of you want to take out Leao, fine. Take out Leao. Put in Mandzukic. You want to take out Rebic? Fine. Or not Mandzukic, not Rebic. You want to take out Çalhanoğlu? Fine. Put Hauge in. Put somebody who's offensively inept. Not Krunic. I'm sorry. He scored one fucking free kick. That was like I don't understand his decisions. And last year I was one of the guys that when he replaced Gianpaolo, I was like, okay, I would rather have had Spalletti.
Thank you.
He's coached Inter, he's coached Roma, but he fucking gets a team there. He gets them there. He doesn't. He's like Pat Riley back in the day. He'll get you the playoffs, but he won't get you the promised land. That's what the fuck Spalletti is. He'll get you there. He won't be the guy to help you win something, but he'll get you there. And what do we do?
You needed that extra step. You needed that one person that actually guide you to the next step. Doesn't mean the next step has to be champions. It just has to mean now get to the Champions League and get there for a few years and make your bones. Inter got where they are now, not not because of Conte. Spalletti got them there first. You need a step.
Exactly.
And Pioli's not it. I'm sorry. Pioli did what he did. He also has a track record of collapsing. And this is going to go down. If we didn't start, I'm going to keep saying that till people hate me for saying it. If we didn't start as good as we started,
oh my God,
we'd be in 10th place right now.
The worst part about this is you go out, that run is all for nothing now.
Yeah, because we're not in the Champions League.
I see Maurizio on the group chat. Hey, Mauri, how you doing? And he can tell you, there's been guys. Oh, Padre Pioli. We got one guy in our group, in our club. He's like, oh, Pioli's one of my top coaches. He's got more memes than Capello. And I go, ma voglio, because he's got fucking memes. Capello fucking coached the Invincibles.
We don't have
memes.
This is what I remember ranting when the moment it says we have Pioli. Pioli has a track record of performing, and when the critical moments come, Lazio crumbled, Fiorentina crumbled, Inter crumbled. What else do you want? I mean, I understand. I've seen what he's done over the year with the team. I think the fact that he's revolutionized the kids and running. I like this, but this is again, it only lasted so long. So now you change. You started leading. People were not expecting this. The teams were not expecting Theo to run up and down, because now you saw Theo today. So predictable. He's going to run down the middle. And guess what? Boom. You got Marusic and you got Radu just cutting him off. Because why? Because they know that he's going to do that. But nobody expected this at the beginning of the season. Change it up. But no. It's this. It's the same way. Like you say, let's bring Krunic in. Let's bring Leao in. Who else is another favorite sub? I'm surprised he didn't put Meite today, but he put Tonali. I was like, wow, I'm seeing Tonali finally, like, for a change. This is what I'm saying. It's just stepping up to a change, and he's not there. Sorry. To me, at the end of the year, these guys are going to go with Pioli until next year, but to me, it's done. Like, thank you. If we didn't qualify to Champions League, thank you very much. But we know it's not going to happen.
I think that's what should happen. If they don't qualify for Champions League, you had first place for 21 weeks. If you cannot get Champions League after being in first for 21 weeks, I'm sorry, but you're expendable. See you later. And that includes players too. You got to look at certain players and say, okay, Meite, he didn't really live up to it. See you later. Tomori, he's a good player, but I don't get this fucking obsession. It's like people think that he's a combination of Baresi and Maldini.
No, listen, he's good. He has projection.
No, I'm not saying he's not good. Ascold. Okay, Oscar. I'm not saying he's not good, but to fucking crown him over the captain? Come on. He's not the combination of Maldini and Baresi. He's not Fraulo Maresi. He's fucking Fikayo Tomori. That's it. And they act like he's the fucking second coming of Christ. He got fucking burned today, and he got burned against the Swallow. He's been burned before. But no one says a beep.
We're starving so much that every time we get a little bit of a good something going for like 4 or 5 games, we're like Met fans now, which is disgusting for me to say as a Yankee fan. We're like Met fans. The moment we win 3 or 4 games, I'm saying the moment we win 3 or 4 games, what ends up happening is we make these people out to be like Piontek. Piontek had a good 6 months.
Oh fuck!
Piontek was
Genoa.
What about Suso? What about Suso?
August got 3 goals against in the Europa League. Okay, oh my God, Jans Peter is going to be better than. That's what ends up happening.
What about our buddy?
That's what happened.
We can't forget our buddy Suso either. There was guys.
Don't cut left. Stop cutting left. Stop cutting left.
I got into arguments with the guy saying he's a he's a lazy poor man's version of Arjen Robben. At least Arjen Robben once in a while puts it on the fucking deck and sets up Mueller in the middle, or he'll set up somebody. All Suso did the same thing: cut to his left and then put the floater shot to the far post. Floater shot that might be a cross, might be a shot, and everyone's like, "Oh, Piontek couldn't score because he was shit." No, Piontek couldn't score because he didn't have fucking service. But never mind that. That's the past. No, what I'm saying is, like, we glorify guys. We got a good player in Romagnoli, but everyone acts like he's a bag of shit, and we're all idolizing a guy that played 4 fucking games for Chelsea. He was deemed expendable. Now he's with us.
Listen, Tomori's okay. I'm not saying he's okay, but Romagnoli is a fucking disaster. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Romagnoli had he had really.
Romagnoli is not the first year. He's been getting on everybody's shit list. It's just that this year he's been like you can't even hide it no more.
But who's he had to work with? Come on. Who's he had to work with? Alex? Adil Rami? Who's he had to fucking work with? Go there.
That guy was good on a mediocre team. Is good.
Come on, we can't go there and say the guy's a bag of shit. When he was the only guy we had, we all fucking loved him.
He's not. No, he's not. He's not a bag. I think the people who are saying that they're completely wrong. I mean, he's sitting down right now because of the bad performances he had the previous games, and he had really shitty performances. Yeah, but so that's why you were sitting down.
He deserved to be in instead of him.
Yeah, but now our defense isn't doing any better. We're letting in goals like a scola pasta.
Tomori better than Musacchio. Just saying out there. Okay?
Of course, Tomori's better than Musacchio.
Just throwing it out there.
Of course, Tomori's better than Musacchio. Musacchio, did you see that game against Bayern where he had no business?
Oh, poor guy. Poor guy, man. I remember.
He gave them the first goal.
It was like, who was it? Was it Gnabry or something like that? He said, "Get out of here!" Just like rolling on the floor.
Of course, Musacchio. Like once again, that was a guy who was considered a great defensive partner for Romagnoli. Come on now, come on.
Yeah, whoever's saying this exaggerated things. I mean, Frank, you think about it. The people are you got the 2 extremes of Milan fans, right? You got the more like you and me, are more realistic, and the Beppe who lives in freaking Earth, and then you got other guys who are putting starting 11s out there that we need 2 more goals and we're gonna do it. I'm like, no, we're not gonna do it. You see the game that you're watching.
What makes me laugh is we got some guys, some fans. Some of the stuff they say, like, I like that Calabria's having a decent season. He's playing well, and he's kind of showcasing himself. Hopefully this form stays. But when you got guys calling him fucking Italian Cafu, you will never see Calabria do the fucking sombrero over a player that's the same skill set as Nedved or Simeone. And he did that 3 times in one play. And then Simeone had to foul him on the 3rd one. Because he scores against, Genova? There were some guys online. I think they're from Toronto. I don't know who they are. They're called the Milan something. I don't know. The Milan Shangatzes, for all I know. But one of them said in his own commentary, Italian Cafu. I saw Cafu fucking live at 33 years old play against Juve in the Supercoppa in New York in a giant stadium. Okay? And at 33, he was still tearing it up and running around with a smile. Okay, Calabria, I'm not knocking him. I hope he improves. He's done well this season. But the poor guy, he's snake-bitten with injuries, and always his form takes a dip when he comes back. And that's been his MO for a while. But to call him Italian Cafu, let's be realistic here. Guys, we're not there yet.
It's tough. So listen, getting back to today. In this was another thing. I watched most of the match, and I started thinking, I just did not see 11 guys out there. I mean, of course, I don't want to blame Pioli and Arasa, but I didn't see 11 guys out there hungry, saying, "Hey, Juventus tied. We need to try to do, savage." No, Napoli won, and now, of course, Atalanta won. I did not see that, and I'm
No,
trying to find the root cause of this issue.
there was
Why is it the last 3-4 games that our guys are just they look like somebody says in the group, they say gassed out. They're gassed out.
there's no Voglia. There's no Voglia. There's no drive. There's you could say, oh, they're gassed out, but everyone's had to deal with injuries. Everyone's had to deal with playing long schedules and all that. Now they haven't played an extra match since March. Okay, they haven't had to play an extra match. They got knocked out on the 15th. Not on the 15th. On the to Manchester, what 17th of March?
Yeah, 16,
March 16th. No, but I'm saying on the 17th of March, they haven't had to worry about that in a month. And you can't use that excuse anymore. Oh, well, they have to play this and that. That's balls. They don't. If you want a team to play well, you should want the extra games because you can rotate and see how good your team actually is. Like, I'm sorry, I come from an older elk where I remember seeing Milan playing in two to three competitions in May. You know what I mean? So using the excuse, oh, they're gassed, they're this, they're that. They're professionals. They get paid to train and fucking play.
Well, this is why I put this as like the title. I put it mediocrity because to me we're playing like 22 mediocre players out there.
And to those people that complain about, we have to play on Wednesday, we got to play this, we got to play on Thursday. Well, guess what? You know what? If you're gonna complain about it, guess what? You just had your wish has been your prayers have been answered because we ain't fucking going to the Champions League. Okay, you guys are crying like you want to be, you want to cry about this and that. Oh, we play too many games. Guess what? Now you're not gonna play too many games. You could play Scudetto. I mean, you could play the Serie A and the Coppa Italia. Coppa Italia, you probably get knocked out the first round. So
that's the worst part about it. We had guys in our own club that were saying, "Oh, if we get knocked out of this, then we could focus on fourth, and we get knocked out of that, we could." And I'm thinking to myself, okay, but wouldn't you want your bench players to go farther so that it shows that we have some sort of depth?
You want to go for everything.
You know what I mean? Like,
I am one of them. I'm one of those guilty ones that say, okay, pick your competition because this is the roster you had. But I'm looking at, like I was saying at the beginning, well, had we had the depth or we had more players or things that we could rotate and create a rotational system, maybe going further in all competitions, just going all in, why not? But I mean, it's clearly like they tried to do that with the thin squad. Everybody got injured. It's not a reason why, but these guys are not there anymore. It's like, okay, I think it just broke the mentality.
Yeah, let me ask you a question. So we get rid of all this myth. It's all a myth. It's all bullshit.
Yeah, it is.
Why? Let me ask you. Why? What happened to the team when Pioli had COVID and Bonera came and coached the team? Where Ibrahimovic was gone for God knows how long. We didn't have Tomori. We didn't have Mandzukic. And people were getting injured. We were playing with nobody. Yeah, we were winning every game. What was the problems then? Why didn't we have problems back then?
Aquí, right here.
No Voglia. They didn't have the Voglia. Now they compete.
It's not an excuse. It's just the team played back before. Now they're not playing no more. That's it.
Why? I'm asking you, why are they not playing? Why are you not showing us a pair of balls?
Michael's magic stuff from Space Jam, it ran out. That's what happened.
The juju went out.
Whatever happened. Maybe they hit their head. I don't know what the fuck happened to them.
Hey, I'm ready to watch a LeBron James version. I'm really curious to see if it's gonna be better.
It probably won't be.
I don't think so.
Spoiler alert: the two squad probably wins again. So.
But yeah, man. I mean, you just think about it, right? Like, what the hell? Like, you're winning. It's a mental thing, and I don't know if it's distractions. Is it we don't care anymore? I mean, Leao clearly shows that he doesn't give a shit. But now Gigio literally, with that picture at the beginning, I do not give a crap. I don't care anymore. To me, that's the attitude. To me, it's like, well, since I don't care, I'm leaving. If somebody, although I think is still a big crack of smoke, I think he's gonna stay. I don't think he's gonna go anywhere. But benefit of the doubt has it with that picture.
I would say extend him 2 years, then sell his ass in the summer and go get that guy. From Leo. What's his name?
I
Mine again.
I think they're already saying that they have a deal in place with him. So
yeah, they have a deal in place. What I'm saying, extend. Oh yeah, you're the guy. Sell him via after the Euros and bring in the kid from Lille. Like I said, Minigan, right? That's how you pronounce his name.
Whatever his name is, yeah.
Whatever.
Minigan
Bring him in because he'll probably be hungry. You know, I've had this argument with some friends of mine before too. It's like, oh, Milan, we don't have enough Italians. Also, it's ridiculous we don't have enough Italians. I'm sorry, I just want the most talented fucking team. I could care less if the guys are starting 11 in the national team. You know why? We haven't had a strong. Let's be honest. Italy's youth hasn't been strong since mid 2000s. When was the last time they won the under 21 championships? 2004. 2004. 2004. Okay. Talent is not in one place. It's called globalization. There's talent everywhere. If you can get it, go fucking get it. If there's a player available I don't care if he's half Vietnamese, half Canadian, go get him. If he can do something, get him. That's what other clubs do, and that's how they get success.
Look at Alphonso Davies, man. You should be proud. That guy is just a starter for Bayern. He's that good.
They tried. When they saw that guy, when they saw how good, they tried. They went after him.
And Milan passed on Davies.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
They passed on him.
I guess they got burned from Onievo still. They still got nightmares from Obuchi Onievo. So they didn't want to get anybody.
Onyeu blew his knee on international duty. What are you going to do? But I'm saying, don't pass on talent. We can't be snobs anymore. Those days, they're long gone.
But and I sent Pepe a picture this week of the Primavera also losing to Sassuolo. And I was just like, wow, really, the virus is even trickling down. So I don't know, man. I mean, I'm hopeful. Like I said, I believe in the team. I believe in the organization, but things has got to change. And I mean, and now you start going into the conversation that it seems now we're going to have every time the season comes around. Do we want a new coach and we want to start from zero again? Or we just continue with this guy and see what happens? And here we go, because again, Europa League is almost a guarantee, almost, because I don't want to count Roma out, because Roma wins a few games and we're down to like 7th place. So Europe is completely out.
Yeah, but Roma right now, they're on what, 58?
50. No, they're 55. I think 55. So.
55. Yeah. We're on 66. They're 11 points behind.
I don't trust. I don't trust the whole thing.
But Fonseca now, he's not that. He knows his days are numbered, and
he's also worried. They're also worried about the UEFA.
I think they're going to put more eggs in that basket to try and get in, because remember, you win that, you're directly in the Champions League.
I read today that Sarri is on talks with Roma.
Good. He'll chain smoke. He'll have a great time. Good for him. I'm sorry. It's just I hear about Sarri. Like, he was a good coach. Like, what did he do with Napoli? Oh, we got the highest second place finish. So you were the biggest loser. Congratulations.
So is Allegri gonna go back to Juve then? Because that's what I keep reading. They want him back desperately after they force him out.
You bring back Allegri, you got to force somebody else out. And we know who that is.
Sue.
Exactly.
Sue.
So
he's probably going to go. There's been rumors that he wants to go back to United. So
sure.
Yeah, but those rumors come out every summer. Even when he wanted to leave Madrid, he's going back to United when he signed with Juventus. Those rumors.
Lately, though, I haven't been. I used to like him. I haven't been. How you call it? I've been very, very fed up with him. He's such a big. He looks like he only plays for himself. And I never saw that at Madrid. Like, everything is about him. If he doesn't score, it doesn't matter. The team is winning 4-0. He's a miserable prick. I don't understand why he is the way he is. I'm surprised. Unless I just never saw it at Madrid. But I lost a lot of respect for him.
Yeah, but you didn't see it at Madrid because the team was winning. You saw it in the Mourinho years.
But even when Juve was winning.
I'm saying with Madrid. Yeah. You didn't see it at Madrid. The only time you might have saw his prima donna side was when he was clashing heads with Mourinho. That's about it.
I'm going to throw a bomb right here. Get rid of Pioli, bring Mourinho. I'm done. I'm turning the screen off right now.
Never gonna happen.
How fucking worse can it get? How much worse can it fucking get?
Yeah, if he has a little bit of dignity, he will never ever. He will
Hold
never
on.
have a job
Hold
like
on. This is
He's good.
Mourinho. This is Mourinho. This is the same guy. He coached Man United after Chelsea, then went back to Chelsea, then coached Tottenham. This is Mourinho that coached Porto and Benfica, then Porto. The money's the money. I soldi sono sempre I soldi. He's going to go where the money is. Okay? If Milan comes around and says, hey, we'll give you the money, who knows? But
Nah, man, I don't know. At this point, I'm seriously confused. I think we're really stuck with Pioli because these guys believe in him, regardless. Despite the shit
No,
show
they're
that
not
we're
going to
seeing
get rid
right
of
now.
him. They're not going to get rid of him because they don't want to have to pay for him and then somebody else to come in. That's why.
Until when is Pioli's contract? Do you remember any of you?
wasn't
know?
extended
He
for.
definitely got one more year. He definitely has one more year.
Wasn't it just this season it was extended to and it goes yearly?
I think so.
I know that he has another year for sure. I don't know if he has more than a year. I know he has next year for sure. But they were talking about it today, and they said if they should get rid of him, they probably won't because you would have to keep paying him for at least a year. So he has another year.
But how much is he making? Let's be honest.
I mean,
In comparison to like.
Now you also don't have the money of the Champions League that you thought you were going to go to. So now money just to give you my money. Now the slack is becoming less and less because now you want to fuck around. Now you're not going to go to the Champions League.
and listen, and we're talking like we're not gonna make Champions League because that's really what it feels like, and that is highly looking like it's going to
You know
be
why?
like that.
You know why it's looking like that? Go look at the other team's schedule left. Go look at our schedule left. We have 5 games left now, and 3 of those are against teams that are desperately trying to stay in Serie A, and those teams will fucking go with their they'll go
and
balls to the wall. They'll go
we play Juve away.
Atalanta. So you don't even have a team that's playing for nothing. You have all these teams, and with our luck, we'll play a team that's not playing for nothing and still lose anyway. So
Well, Sassuolo,
the only game you probably win, the one coming up.
the Benevento, man.
Benevento is just it's probably going to be the sacrificial lamb, or maybe because Inzaghi just loves to see that shirt, doesn't want to do nothing to it. Other than that, every other game, I don't see this team winning. This is the only 3 points I see them getting is Benevento. Because you're not beating Juve, you're not beating Atalanta, you're not beating Cagliari, you're not beating Torino. You just watch.
Here's the prediction for Milan, Juve, and Torino. Okay, for Milan versus Juve at the J Stadium, what always happens?
At the toilet stadium.
There's gonna be a red card for Milan, which has been happening since fucking 2012 season, and there's gonna be a foul that should have been called but not, and they're gonna get a penalty. That's what always happens whenever we play J Stadium. We're always either down a man or a call's missed, and magically they win. It always happens. We're not allowed to win at the J Stadium. Everyone else can have a chance to win except for Milan. But who knows? Well, maybe we're proven wrong. Maybe Pirlo will have his hair in his eyes, won't be able to see tactics properly, and fuck up. Who knows? It would be great.
I like my chances more against Juve than against Atalanta, which that doesn't say much, but if we're going to win a game of the two, I would definitely not. You're lucky if you don't get slapped with another 5-0 like you did last year in Bergamo.
And the game is at Bergamo, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
It's in Bergamo.
Oh man, what a rough end of the season, man. I what can I say? I'm ready. I mean, I'm ready to watch it. And that Cagliari match, like you said, Pepe, that Cagliari match is very, very tricky. Very tricky.
We lost to Torino last year too. It's not like we beat Torino anyway. So it's like Cagliari too. It's another 2-2. These teams, everybody that's left, we have shown that we cannot beat any of them. And look what Napoli's got left. Look what Juve potentially's got left. Atalanta, forget about it. Atalanta has got no bad games. The only game that Lazio has that's a little bit tricky is the derby, but that's just because it's a derby. Even though Roma is playing for nothing, Roma will always honor the derby. But other than that, Lazio's got like a clear path. And they still have the one game to make up with Torino.
On May 13th, of course.
Bene, that's right. Wow.
So we may even end up in 7th.
That's what I'm saying. I have a strong feeling that if we keep going like this, we're going to be out of every competition. And if that is so, then that's a revolution that is going to happen again in the team.
No, but there's a new European competition starting, isn't it? The nation.
Yeah,
What's
the
it called?
conference.
The conference. So we could win that.
We'll probably win that. We'll play again. We'll play in Kazakhstan. We'll play in Malta. We'll play all these fucking little countries. Luxembourg.
We'll play Steaua Bucharest, the new edition.
So Bucharest is too good to play in the competition.
It's too good. It's too good. Yeah, we would probably play like Cheska, Bulgaria, in Sofia or something like that.
Shamrock Rovers.
Yeah, all the teams, all the banter teams. I mean, Rio Ave again. Come on.
And this time
Hey.
we'll win. Because they deserve to win that night.
Wow, man. Wow. No, again, dude, I'm just waiting to see. I want to know what. Yeah, like you said, Pepe. I think we definitely have to beat Benevento, but it's tricky. Benevento's gonna go there and run. They're gonna go and.
And I'm just saying, and I'm just assuming out of all those games, that's probably the one that they actually win. And then all the assholes, because they're assholes, I'm just gonna say assholes, are gonna turn around and say, "Oh, you see, we bounce back." Yeah, you bounce back, so you could lose the next week.
Yeah, because
So what are you gonna do? You're gonna keep hoping? Now you really gotta hope not only that you win, that all the other teams start losing.
The only team we really got to worry about though is Juventus, and that's the downside, because we can actually.
What do you think Napoli's Napoli's not
watch. Well, what happened the last game we played
but I'm
versus
saying,
Juventus? What happened last game we played Juventus? Theo freaked out against Chiesa, and Chiesa just vaccinated twice.
Yeah, but we also had a lot of guys out. But at the same time, who knows?
Man.
Who knows?
Come on.
Who knows?
I know the whole. You know, we were trying to do. I started thinking what the whole thing started. I think really Lukaku put a spell on the team or something with the Ibra moment, because ever since then, that's when the team, where everything has gone down. Think about it. That's really when everything went down. We haven't been able to recover since. Not at all.
When our leader decides to shit talk the other team and not just keep his mouth shut, and then that was the start. He gave up that stupid foul right after and got red carded, and that was the slide. You know, now to be fifth, it's what are you gonna do?
Yeah. But let's talk about Giju. Let's just. I'm not that. Okay? We have to get this out of the brain, the veins. Where do I begin? I mean, I don't think, like I was saying before, I think he stays. PSG just renewed Keylor Navas, so we know PSG is out. There's no more leverage there. Chelsea has a stake on two keepers that they spent over 100 million, so he's not gonna go to Chelsea. So where is he gonna go? Is he really gonna go to Juventus? Is Juventus ready to pay 12 million a year, and they have Chesney, who is renewed out there? Are they gonna say goodbye, Buffon? We don't need you anymore, and Chesney, you're gonna go in there.
Well, they'd have to sell.
And then
they'd have to sell Chesney too.
They don't have to sell it.
They'd have to sell Chesney.
Where in this chess match is it gonna go? Because that's why I'm saying I'm calling bluff everywhere, or I'm calling a lot of smoke.
Chelsea's been wanting to get rid of Kepa for a while, and they got Mendy, but still, you see the reports. They'd rather get Donnarumma. I say sign him and sell him. Sign him, see what he puts to his worth in the European Championships, sell him. So we don't have to deal with the headache of Raiola and all that nonsense. Make some money, sell him. Depending on where Milan are, say they do make fourth, sign him and sell him. Like that's the one thing I give Juventus respect for. When it comes to players, everyone's got a price. Summer of 2001, they sold Zidane and they sold Inzaghi the same summer. They took that money. They went and grabbed Thuram. They went and grabbed Salas from Lazio. Then they grabbed Nedved and Buffon in that summer.
Right. Salas went out to that team.
The only guy who was shit out of that entire thing was Salas, and he blew out his knee his second season. The other three,
Oops, you're cutting
on
off.
a ball for their board of directors. So it's just, it's. You can, I'd say, extend them, and then sell them to the highest bidder, whoever wants them. And I know it's a difficult time with COVID and all that, but see what we can get for them. if Juventus want him, say, okay, but we're not taking installments. We're not taking installments. We want 70 million. No installments. We're not Fiorentina. Fuck off. Pay us.
This week has been tough with the news online, and I just keep reading and Twitter feeds. I mean, Juventus seems to be pretty convinced that they're gonna make a move, but this is what I'm questioning. That's why I put on that audio. I put Elias's audio out there. I mean, I question you from your loyalty to the team. Are you really in with this? And I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. At least that was the image they gave me to understand today. Pepe, you're so quiet. Just like,
What do you want me to say?
What can you say? It's I'm reading here.
looking at his face, it's like,
I'm reading here. Maurizio put Ibra negotiates his own deal. Yeah, he negotiates his own deal, but I don't see anyone banging down the door to sign a 39-year-old.
The whole Ibra thing, I think, it's a strategic move. Okay, I mean, he'll play, but I think now it's fair to say, Ibra, you're gonna have a coaching role or some sort of mentorship role inside. You can't just expect that. Well, I'm gonna sign with you, and I'm gonna be the star here. I'm like, no, you can't. You clearly showed this year that you can only play 5 games at a time, and you're already like all banked up, and you gotta sit down, go to San Remo, and jack off. So you can't do this.
Who's dog's barking?
A guy like that, they need to put a lot of clauses to make up this last quota, because you know what? I mean, you're never there, and then when you're there, you find a way to get yourself kicked out. Then when you think you're Benjamin Button, you think you're better than everything else, you show up before the time you're supposed to show up, and you get hurt again because maybe you rushed to come back, which I appreciate, but it doesn't really help the team. A lot of things, I understand. You know what the problem is? When he comes in, he does the right thing. He scores, and then you forget about it. There's a lot of things that he does when he risks being Ibra, and this is the results. He was suspended for a couple of games, then he gets hurt. I mean, what good is a player if we can't use him? And we expected the Vice Ibra to be Mandzukic. We were assuming like what the hell was going to happen. All this assuming they bounce back, assuming that Mandzukic was going to play good, assuming that Hauge may become the next Haaland, assuming that Tomori is going to be the next playing. All these things that happen, all assuming. You know what? Go assume all these things.
I'm gonna tell you something I learned. Making an assumption means that I'm making an ass of you and me at the same time.
Yep.
That's what assumptions are.
So Beppe, you don't like my analogy for Tomori, Fraulo Malresi? You'd rather call him
Yes, yeah. No, but I actually like Tomori. I'm not gonna.
I'm not knocking the guy, but to crown him like he's the fucking second coming, give him let him settle. That's my. I know we've been, some of the younger fans have been starved for some legitimate top stars, but come on, the guy played 4 fucking games.
We're not even talking about the bad deals that they've done, like with Tonali and all these other players. We're not even talking about that. But this year they regressed when it came to buying players. Like, I don't like Brahim Diaz at all. I think Brahim Diaz should go back to.
He's going back to Real Madrid. I don't think. I mean, he's a good depth player, like a good rotation.
Listen.
Just because he's Mateo doesn't mean it's going to happen. What everybody would get from Real Madrid.
Brahim Diaz is going to be the next Javier Portillo. Okay, he's going to finish off his career with Osasuna or something. Okay, he's not a top level guy. He's not. He was good with the youth project and all that, and he came up through the ranks through
Guardiola, right?
No. He didn't come up through. I'm saying Brahim Diaz. He came up with
City, right? Manchester City.
No. He came from that. Como cazzo si chiama? That's that Spanish team that Van Nistelrooy played for in Isco and
Malaga.
Malaga.
Yeah, that's right.
He came up through Malaga. Then he went to Man City. Then he came to us. Like I said, he's gonna be another Javier Portillo. He's a talented player, but something's not there up here. Okay, he can't work with. You can tell he always puts his head down, tries it too much by himself. If those habits don't change, there's a reason why Zidane said, "Okay, see you later." When when there was other options. They could have kept him, but they got rid of him. So, and
You realize that team, maybe you have 5, 6 top players that you may be able to keep out of 25 of them. Maybe you have 5 of them. You really are. You can't really keep that many over there. What do you have? I want to say Theo, even though Theo is not showing this year. Is showing. I don't know what the hell has been going on. You got Theo. Tomori now, because now he's been doing good. Who knows what's going to be next year? Gigio, because Gigio is always a top player. Benacer and Kessie. Other than that, we could keep. Leao is too inconsistent. Rebic, I don't know what the hell it is. I'm not gonna count Ibra because Ibra, you can't rely on a 40-year-old. That's a little ridiculous.
No. I need to go drive to Firenze and sit down with Comiso and then do a straight Leao Vlahovic swap.
The way it is, it's not going to be a straight swap. They're going to want money on top of Leao.
Yeah, the way he's scoring right now, I mean, he's freaking killing it.
Yeah, but the downside with Vlahovic is he could be another Kalinic, or it could be like that other one that played for Fiorentina.
Don't say that name. Don't say that name.
No, but I'm gonna say one that's even worse. A guy that didn't even come to Milan, played for Inter for a bit, went to Sevilla. He could be like that other one that he had the curly hair.
Okay.
No, he had the curly hair. He was another Serb, I believe. I can't remember his name off for the life of me. But he was like the big thing in 2009. He even came to Toronto and played against Juventus too, like before the World Cup. I can't remember the guy's name for the life of me. He played for Fiorentina.
Yeah.
He
says it in the chat, please.
He played for Fiorentina. He had like curly brown hair, big nose.
Jovetic. Was it Jovetic? He's Montenegro, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's from Montenegro. Yeah, don't say Serbia. He's from Montenegro. He'll kill me.
Okay, but at one point, Montenegro, I saw them play with Serbia live against Italy here in Toronto. Okay,
no. Yeah, I know. Jovetic is he's in Monaco right now, and he's doing pretty nice for himself.
But in comparison to where he was 10 years ago, where everyone was like, he's the next big thing. Yeah, and then he fell off. Like that's Fiorentina. You could look at their stars, and it's like, okay, it's either they turn out or they don't.
But that's what it is, though. Every time we always fall into this trap of the next big thing. We always get to compare it to the next big thing. Somebody. Like when they were trying to make the comparison, which for me is blasphemy, saying that, the Chiesa deal with Juve reminds everybody of the Juventus, of the Baggio going to But that's what it is, though. Everybody always has that thing.
Not even fucking close.
And for me, it's like, what Baggio is for me, I mean, does not even go there.
And I listen, Beppe, I'm a little bit younger than you. I'm 37. And I caught Baggio. I caught the oh yes against Czechoslovakia. I saw him in '94 on one leg bring Italy to a World Cup final. To compare him to Chiesa, I wouldn't even compare him to his dad. I wouldn't even compare him to Enrico Chiesa yet.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, Enrico Chiesa used to when he played at Parma. By the way, I'm your age, Frank. So
yeah, he played at Parma.
When you saw him at Parma, I remember Parma had they were flying.
Exactly. Then he went to Fiorentina the year later, blew out his knee. He was never the same. Played a little bit for Lazio, went to Siena. He was never the same. But to say Chiesa is but that's the problem. We have people that instead of letting a guy be who he is, he's got to be the next whatever. Like I said earlier, Italian Cafu for Calabria.
Mannaggia una miseria. I don't want to hear that anymore.
Okay.
Man. And by the way, talking about Calabria, I think he was rushed playing because you saw how he got burned today. He's not ready. He should have been rested a little. He should have let Dalot play those games.
He had surgery a month ago.
That's what I'm saying. In meniscus, I had that surgery years ago. It's not easy. It's not easy recovery.
He had that surgery a month ago. Put in Kalulu.
Thank you.
Put in Kalulu. You brought in a right back. Put him in. But what are you going to do? That's another one of the bonehead moves by our friend Mr. Pioli. He'd rather play Dalot when you got a kid that he was okay in central defense. Although he had a lot of help when he was playing alongside Romagnoli.
He was playing like Desai at defense. Like all of us were going like, whoa, this guy's gonna be like Desai. Like all of us.
No.
But again, why? Because the team was playing with this.
Yeah, but to compare him to Desai, not even fucking close.
Of course not, but I'm just saying everybody, the next Saeed.
Yeah, of course we had guys say the next Desai. And because Tonali has shaggy hair, he's the next Pirlo. Everyone's the next something. Let the guy be the first whatever. You know, everyone was saying Paquetá was going to be the next Kaká. Let him be.
Paquetotti. How
Let-
Remember the picture of Piontek and Paquetá hugging like this, and they put it next to the Sheva and Kaká picture.
My favorite one that I saw was they took the team from this year. I think they took a couple of guys and they put them next to the Dutch trio. And I go, man, not even fucking close. You kids that make this comparison need to relax.
Yeah.
Not even close. You know, but another problem we have is we got too many FIFA heads too. That, you know, because he's got great stamina in the game. You know, he's a top player. Okay, Rob Ben, he's a top player. What are you gonna do?
So, guys, kind of coming up to the top of the hour. I'm getting a few-minute warnings here, but
Has Maurizio given the 2-minute
no,
warning yet?
I'm giving myself the
He did it now.
Yeah, I'm giving. I'm giving the word. Frank, any final thoughts for this? Thank you for coming. By the way, I really thank you for. Yeah, I really enjoyed this history conversations with you.
Thank you for having me on, especially on the night that we rival another podcast that I appeared in their chat, and I'm also on this podcast live. So I'm the Rick Rude of Milan podcasts, apparently. You know, this is the Monday Night Wars we're starting here, baby.
We don't do this on Monday nights. We typically do it on Sundays. But Milan didn't play, so
I think we should make it the Monday Night Wars. We should turn it into that. You know, Montreal versus NYC.
We're probably better off doing it yesterday.
Montreal versus NYC, baby.
I like Stevie and Vinny, man. They're great.
I like them too, but you know what? It's always good to give a little bit of a challenge. You know, especially I've been a guest on this show a couple times. I'm playing both sides, baby.
But by the way, this is not a show. This is just a bunch of friends just sitting down and ranting. That's so different. That's what we do.
Yeah, I can't go to a therapist, so we made a podcast. So I can just spend.
Exactly, it's like group therapy, man.
I usually just scare my neighbors and vent while having a cigar outside.
Ooh, yeah.
That's but it's at nighttime though, and you hear me like "Cazzo Milani, mortacci tu," and I'm having a cigar at the same time. If this COVID wasn't happening, I'd be with Milan Club Toronto's co-founder Pasquale having a cigar. But unfortunately, this damn COVID shit, I can't even sit with a buddy and have a cigar and have a laugh. What can you do?
Oh, Nick, I hope to come to Toronto anytime whenever this whole thing opens up.
Oh, Jesus, buddy, it's getting bad here. It's getting bad, and I need that release to get out, you know. And when they score, let out the bear roar that I usually do. You know, it's. But my final thoughts, honestly, keep supporting the colors. Keep rooting for them. That's all I could say. And maybe they surprise us. Maybe they don't. Maybe they pull a 2002 and get in on the skin of their ass on the last day and get into the Champions League. Maybe they don't. Who knows? But I'm going to still watch until the end. As much as I say, I'm fucking this bullshit. I'm done. I'm tired of this shit. I'm going to keep going. I've been following this team for 32 years. I can't stop now.
Nobody's going to stop. I don't think none of us are going to stop.
No, I'm saying that's my final thought. Keep rooting for them. Keep hoping for the best. And if not, just curse and lament. That's it. You know, we lament what the opportunities that passed, but in reality, hope for the best. You know what I mean? And also admire Bepe's collection of kits and warm-up kits and all that stuff. That's another thing you should do. Check it. Look at that collection.
It's amazing. It's getting better.
He's wearing the 2000.
Next year, I'm gonna have the European Conference League jersey.
What's the symbol gonna be? A guy in a business suit like this?
No, it looks like a vase. They made it. It looks like one of those vases that you bring to the cemetery.
Oh my god!
Oh, like the Super Cup?
No,
it looks like just a different version of the UEFA Cup.
Yeah.
Instead of improving UEFA and saying, okay,
I don't know why they didn't just bring back the Cup Winners' Cup.
Bring back the Coppe della Coppe.
That's what they had to do.
Make the Champions League about champions, and then take second, third, and fourth in the bigger clubs. Put them back in UEFA.
I don't care if that means that we don't go to Champions League for 20 years, but you know what? Or at least it gives us more of a drive to win the Scudetto and actually go there. It means something bigger.
But Beppe, you remember the race for the UEFA Cup even in the 90s, in the late 80s or the 90s?
That was fun.
Something.
You know how many all Italian finals were there? There was like what, 4
The
in
90s, there was about 5. There was about 5 or 6 years in a row that there was at least one Italian team in the final.
Yeah, it was like Inter, Parma.
You had
What else?
Inter Lazio 98.
Yeah.
Juve Parma 95.
There you go.
You had Fiorentina Juve, Roma Inter. Torino played fucking Ajax. Napoli won one of them. Bring it back to the old days, okay? Instead of being greedy and saying, "Oh, the bigger clubs got to get in," fuck them. Reschedule the whole Champions League. Make the Champions League about champions.
Instead, no, they just made it bigger, and now they're gonna have elite teams go in without having
36.
Yeah, it's gonna be a knockoff.
They all bash the Super League, but this is no different. So
it's the Super League light. That's all it is. And I'm getting
for the fans. For the fans.
Yeah, for the fans' hard-earned money. That's for.
That's yeah. Shout out to a buddy of mine who never watches this. He's on Twitter. He's always just doing this for the fans. Makes fun of everybody.
For the fans.
Guys, it's been good. I'm not making any predictions. I hope we just beat Benevento next week and fuck it. That's it. I don't care anymore. I'm like, I just hope whatever it is, we just do the right thing.
Hey, wherever the chips fall, that's it. Hope for the best.
Hi, Beppe. Forza Milan.
Forza Milan.
Thanks,
Thank
gents.
you guys. See you guys.